Alright, so today we are going to talk about accents. This week I've been watching a lot of Downton Abbey because why watch new shows when you can watch old ones and you know they're good. After I watched it, I had like this urge to just speak in an accent. It made me think a lot about accents, and I love accents. I've always loved accents. I'm like a sponge when it comes to accents. The other day I was hanging out with some people from Venezuela and they have an accent. Like, the thing is about Venezuelan accents, a lot of them are just like speaking faster. Like, I was speaking with the accent from my city, but at their speed, and you know, it's not something that I do all the time, because if I'm speaking with someone else that's not familiar with the accent or with the speed, like if I speak with someone from here in that speed, they're probably like, what? Because sometimes I overdo it, and sometimes I speak so fast that no one understands me, but it just happens. When I was learning English, I listened to a lot of American music and I watch a lot of American TV shows, so of course I had an American accent. But then I started to watch more British things, and then they started to merge. Doctor Who was a great influence in that merge. There was a time that it was all over the place. When I was in university, it was like that. So when I had to speak English for something, I would just go like with my accent all over the place. I remember once I had this presentation and it was like a group thing and whatnot. And I have this friend, the English that she learned growing up was British English, and she has a British accent, and everyone was like, oh my god, you're so English, that's so cute. She didn't like being called cute. Well, she is cute, so it's a burden, I guess. And then I was like, man, I'm a little self-conscious about my accent, because I know it's a little bit all over the place. I don't have the accent of a Spanish speaker speaking English. I can produce it, but it's not natural. And I went in and I did a presentation, and it was like this accent that is like all over the place, a little bit like right now. But when I started making these YouTube videos, I also had like a little bit of that accent. I've got a confession to make. I've just started to watch Star Trek. It's pretty awesome. That was a little bit all over the place. Like right now, I think it's like right now as I'm speaking, it's a little bit more British than it was. And then after I had my presentation and all that, people were like, oh, I really love your accent, it's so cool. And I was like, thank you. That's so kind. But then when I started teaching English all the time, it was like, yeah, nobody's gonna understand your accent. Just need to standardize it, like make it as clear as possible. Now I'm talking like Crystal from Orphan Black. Tatiana Maslany is a great actor, and she pulls those accents so well. I just love it. The thing that I really love about accents is that, like, I like how I listen to someone like in a YouTube video where they don't show their face, and I know where they're from like the little things. Like if someone watches this video, they listen to me and they're like, yeah, I have no idea where you're from, because like you're just going all over the place. So then probably they will come to the conclusion that I am not a native speaker, which is a right conclusion. So accents allow you to become another person, and I just love that. It's really fun. I was watching this video the other day about like Game of Thrones accents. And I was watching some Great British Bake Off, because that also helps. Like, I've been watching a lot of British things this week. So Downton Abbey, Great British Bake Off, Game of Thrones. And yeah, I don't know, I really like these accents. I think not so much because the region is specific, but because they're not that widespread. So it's nice, it's different. The last words to say here is that accents are great because they give us individuality, which is a great thing. They're fun. They're fun, and I wish that I was able to just go and speak with an accent most of the time, but I know I'm not. Like right now, I'm alone in my room and I could just go and talk and it's fine. If I'm talking to someone from that place, I feel like so weird. Like once when I was in Berlin, I was hanging out with some Australians, and like at the end of the night, I just like started like speaking not the same words or anything, or like the same accent that much. I started talking in like the same rhythm, and I was like, oh my god, they must think that I'm just like totally crazy. So that is all for today. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Okay, bye.